Hey, what's up, guys? Coming to you from the only quiet place in my entire house, my garage. I know it's been a weird 10 days or so since we left school before spring break, but we're going to try and keep things as normal as possible, like broadcasting from a garage. And for your next lesson, we're getting ready to do some digital painting, so I need to familiarize you with some of the Photoshop tools we're going to be using. So check this out. You will have an assignment in Schoology, and what I want you to do is just follow along with what I show you, and then you'll create a little sample and do a screenshot with your snipping tool, and submit that for 10 points for your participation grade. All right, so we are going to be looking at the brush tools in Photoshop. You guys just did a review of color schemes, and so this is where we're going to start to learn some of the tools where you can actually apply that color theory. So in Photoshop, remember that to open this up, you simply go down to the Start menu, find your Adobe folder, and you're looking for the blue PS icon, which is right here. That's CC 2018. Once you open up Photoshop, you'll have the option of creating a new document. And so we're just going to use a regular single page. Actually, I think the one I have up right now is Web Most Common. It doesn't really matter what size document you use, just something small where you can see it pretty easily on the screen. So the one I actually have up is Web Most Common, but you can do 8.5 by 11 or whatever. Again, it doesn't really matter. All right. Once you have created that document, this is going to be your blank canvas for our practice today. The tool that we're looking at is over here on the left. It's this little paintbrush icon. Make sure that you have the brush selected, not the pencil or color replacement or one of these other ones. It should look just like that. All right, as I float over my canvas over here, you can see the brush size kind of has a faint outline that shows you how big the brush is and what shape the brush is. All right, so if I choose a color over here, lower side of the toolbar, my foreground color, you can pick using swatches, or there's also a little spectrum tool like this. You can kind of go up and down and choose which color you want to use. If I go ahead and stamp that onto my canvas, you can see that it makes these really cool airbrushed kind of shapes. Remember that to undo something in Photoshop, Control Z, as in zebra, is undo. Actually, I'm sorry, Alt Control Z is undo. And so you can get rid of anything that you don't want after you add it by Alt Control Z. And so if I go up here to the second row on the brush tool, this is still highlighted. I go in here and click on the little arrow key. You can see where there are some adjustment tools that you can use to alter the size of the brush. All right. So the size is determined by pixels. You can make it really small. You can make it really large. The hardness refers to the edge of the brush. So if I want it softer, like spray paint, I can drop the hardness and it gives it a little bit softer edge. If I crank that hardness all the way to 100%, it's going to give it a really sharp, clear edge. All right. So the hardness is just kind of how much you feather the edges of the brush. All right, if you want to change the angle of the brush, which doesn't really apply to a round one because it's going to look the same whichever way you do it. But if I go to another brush, like let me try one of these dry media brushes. This one might work. I'm going to bump the size up so you can see it a little bit. Maybe choose a different color. All right, so if I stamp with that brush, it looks like that. But I can go up here to this little compass and turn it different directions. And I'll place that side by side and you can see that it turns the brush to a different angle. All right, with most of these brushes, you have the ability to click once and stamp with it, or if you want to, you can try and click and drag, which does more of a stroke effect like that. All right, so again, we've got the brush size here, we've got the hardness of the edge of the brush here, and then down here is a menu of different brushes that you can try out, all of which kind of correspond to actual art brushes that you would use to make a painting. So if you try like a dry media brush, it's going to look kind of like chalk, something like that. I'm going to clear some of this out so that kind of see what's going on. There are some custom brushes that you can look at. So there you can see the charcoal and the other dry media brushes. Uh, you can go and locate wet media brushes. So these are going to look kind of like watercolor painted, like that, or tempera paint, something like that. All right, so wet blender looks like this. And it kind of creates like kind of if you took a brush and mixed with it. There's an oil paint brush, all kinds of different ones you can mess around with. All right, now I also wanted to show you as you're working on your practice painting here, if you want to try to locate different brushes, like let's say that you want to try and make it look like a paintbrush stroke, or you want it to look like drips and spatters, or you want it to look like um, they have different patterns and things like that. Something kind of cool that you can do is go into the wheel while your brush menu is active. All right, so I'll go in here and I'm going to go to get more brushes. All right, this is going to take you to the Adobe Photoshop website. And in order to get access to these custom brushes, you have to sign in. So you'll use your school email. And it's going to take you to a secondary login, like it does when you log into the portal. You're going to choose company or school account. And it'll redirect you here in a second to that. Once you've done that secondary login to Park Hill, it will take you back to this website. And then you've got a whole other menu of other brushes that you can try that are really pretty cool. And they come in packages. So if you download one of these, it's going to give you a huge selection that you can add um, to your menu in Photoshop. So if I choose something like halftones and I click download, you can see in the lower left, it's going to obviously download that package of brushes. And then I'm going to select open when done. It takes a few seconds because, again, it's a package of a lot of different files called an ABR file. And so as soon as it's done here in a couple of seconds, it's going to ask you if you want to open it up in Photoshop. So you'll select Photoshop, you'll click OK, and then it'll bounce you back in here. And then if I go back to the arrow next to my brush, I'm going to see those halftones and screen tones. If I click on the arrow there, it's going to give me even further selections. So let me see, maybe this time I'll use the halftone, maybe choose a different color. You can see that it brushes in kind of that comic book style dots. So what I want you guys to do is simply mess around with the brush tool in Photoshop. You're going to make a little non-objective abstraction like I am right now. You're going to play around with a bunch of these different brushes. It can be as chaotic or organized as you want. I want you to try to stamp with the brush. I want you to try and drag the brush and see what those look like. I want you to try to resize the brush, play with the hardness, and also try and rotate the brush different directions. And when you are done with that, you'll learn one of the tools that we're going to need to do your digital painting. So just again, I'll use the snipping tool. I'll save a screenshot, and then I'm going to submit that screenshot of my sketch here to Schoology for 10 points. Thanks a lot, and hope you guys are kind of stay